Each season is our scope, Terinéssha. 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 Hi again everyone, Vétémete. Welcome to another vlog. I am yours truly, Oy'Nissh Grandiece. I'm a Jamaican chef, and in this video I'll be sharing with you the first poem that have been published in the Jamaican Oy'Nissh language. So journey along with me as I go through the poem, and I'm hoping that at the end you'll get an idea of the journey that I've come to since January, when I decided to venture on creating this constructed language using characters. However, in the video I'll just show you synopsis of the character plus the language written in Oy'Nissh using alphabet form. But firstly, I'll read it in English and then in Oy'Nissh. And I'm hoping that those who are listening will be able to see the magnitude of this, in that for the first time probably, I don't know what's happening in Jamaica at the moment, but it's the first attempt ever in the history of Jamaica that a language has been constructed out of a food. You see, in the past, since 2015, I've been working with words because I was trying to create a classification system for jerk food. Jerk food, in that I was using the jerk method of cooking as a vehicle to do health promotion of fruit and vegetable. So I was working with different fruit and vegetables. So I had to try and create a classification system for the different categories of marinades by seasons, by textures, etc. So I had to make up words, and I thought it was fun at the time, but after a while I realized I had so many words, I need to put it into a type of fun language, and I started writing things down and putting definitions and dates. It wasn't until about 2020, just before the pandemic, that I decided to take it further, because I've now sorted out the classification system for the food, and I had all these new words, and I said I'd try and put it into a language structure. So I started using Latin alphabet form and some influence of the English languages in it, and also patois, because I started out in that context. Nonetheless, by January this year, I realized that a character system needed to be added now to make the language complete, and it's during this time when the character system have been developed that the language take on a shape of its own, that it's no longer recognizable in the terms of an English setting nor Jamaican patois, because with the character it's just different, the designs and so forth. So I'm hoping that for people who are out there, in the educational world, in the academic world, I'm not approaching this as a trained linguist. I haven't read linguistics at university. I did health studies. So I'm just doing it out of sheer determination, and also because in January my business had it hard for the second time, because I do catering and events. And because of the lockdown that was crippled. At least last summer it wasn't so bad, it started picking up, but the second lockdown sort of threw everything off, literally. So I didn't know what to do with myself in January, and I felt as if I was about to give up on the my catering business altogether. But I just think God inspired me to use what I've got and try and do something. So I started thinking of a way to encourage myself, and the word Terinéssha came to mind. And Terinéssha means a call to hope. It's a way of saying give yourself hope, by using what you've got. And it's during late January going into February that I design all the characters I needed for the language, which now mean that Oy'Nissh language or Jamaican Oy'Nissh language have the character system, and it evolved from Oy'Nissh food, which is unique. The first Jamaican food built for the international market that have its own language. And this is what I'm sharing with you. The good thing is that because with the designs, the language now have all the graphical structure with it, the design structure and the artwork, but everything with the language doesn't interfere with anything that Jamaica has at the moment in terms of the English language or patois dialect. Everything stays the same. This is a business language specifically for the Oy'Nissh brand. Thus, all the copyright implications are used in this context. So it means in the future, if people need to use the graphic work or anything, they'll need licensing, some form of licensing agreement with myself before I can reproduce any of it. Because as I said, this is business. I put a lot of work in it. So, thanks for listening, and I'm going to share with you now the English version of the poem and then the Oy'Nissh version, and then I explain the context behind it. Terinéssha. Often we fruit and vegetables meet, parting with the bitter and sweet, places under the knife, so we can oinify for life. Each season is our scope. Terinéssha, a call to hope. Come seek after us on the plain. Isn't snow, sometimes rain? We are destined to keep you alive, since 1 + 4 is 5.
I also said to my Jamaican
Each
government,
season is our scope.
never met you before.
Terinéssha,
She and your team have done a great
call
job
to hope.
in stemming the tide. And I know
Find
I'm not
us
doing a lot of
over
Jamaican
the
food,
hill.
as in traditional Jamaican food. Literally,
Montagonian
create or
James,
invent a new food
searching
system,
still.
which I'll be working through as time goes by, and a
Be
constructed language.
prepared
And I know
to go
it sounds silly
beyond
this point
the
in time,
beyond.
but the reality is there's a
Thank
new
God
Jamaican language. It's constructed.
I
It's not in
am
Jamaica yet,
rewarded
and it's
this
not meant to
second.
be.
Each season is our scope. Terinéssha, a call to hope. Terinéssha. Weisun eyama le shui ua kechasi swedish. Exfelai o ea vich urecha stedish. Tuwalen eyame o uyunch ekibiyu osush. Eyama rintive oinify o E2L2. Klumri glorin team. I a eyamo clarin tocha. Terinéssha, Terinéssha. Telexin Gueber a eyame konch kezui. Altovo zar. Perkolen sheki. Eyama in Greerin, dwe kolen, Iena Finzinai. Relenting Nche, Clash Tidei, I Rinsai. Klumri, Glorentine, I am Claritocha. Terinéssha, Terinéssha. Chikilover, Eyame, Arai, the boy. Montigonian Jamesy, Guayolze Shrei. Till Oy'Nissh Ltd, shrill LinkedIn, LinkedIn. Renzui God, Teas, Vétémete, Vai, Billboarding. Klumri, Glorentine, I am Claritocha. Terinéssha, Terinéssha.